So I got a new light that was sent over by BlackBezt, but it's like a $680 or like $700 light, somewhere around that range. They sent it over, they said, hey, can you test out this light? We like what you do, let us know about it. I did not get paid for this in any way. They sent this over and that was it. So none of that will affect what I say about the light. But I just wanted to show it to you because I'm always looking for good options. Right now I kind of have a DIY Kino Flow Diva light. I really like the look what comes out of a like a Kino and bulbs and everything like that. But this is a bi-color LED panel. So you're gonna get your 3200, you're gonna get your 5600, your daylight, and your tungsten. They do make two other ones. They do make just a daylight specific and tungsten specific, but this one you can fully dim and have both controls. So let me kind of show you what you get and talk about it, and then we'll see what it looks like, because its CRI is 97, I believe, as well, 97 above, so it's actually should be pretty accurate. So we will see. This is a pretty large light. It's got some heft to it, and I do have the P120DT mode. The T is for turbo, in which you get 30% more power for a limited time. That way, if you really need a little bit of extra kick, you got it, and you can do it without sacrificing much, and you just use a little bit of draw on it. You've got a couple parts, and once again, it's a powerful light, so you're gonna kind of need a ballast or a console, which this right here is a console. On the back, you can see it can actually house an Anton Bauer light, so an Anton Bauer battery. So that way you're able to get a really good power source from something like this, and you can go from there. From here, you'll be able to control like the menu, the dials. You have the full dimmability on this one right here, and you kind of go from there. But you need this; it's essential. The things you get are the like the power pack, the cord, your DV, and everything like that plugs into the wall. And that's about it in regards to those cords. This is just part of the power connecting cords. The cool thing that they also give you is a soft box, which I'll even try and show in video too. And it kind of folds out like a reflector, and it comes out like this. It has an opening in the back, so that way you can strap it on and, you know, get something good out of it. And just a way to diffuse the light, which I always recommend. It just gives a nice softer light, and it cuts down on some shadow. So there's always that as well. This is the light right here, the BlackBezt P120DT mode. So I'm gonna see if you kind of see. So it's a decent sized little LED. We'll open it up. And it actually kind of has a nice little diffusion in the screen already once you take it out. It's built very, very well. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel plasticky. So I got the light on the stand right here. I had to take my background light off because I have a few stands that I lent out to someone at the moment. I would recommend getting a decently heavy stand that can hold some weight so it doesn't like wobble or kind of, you know, it holds its weight very well. So this is what you get when you see right here. Pretty cool light. The power connections start right here. So you'll see a little power connection and a little metal object right here. And you used this cable right here to hook this up to the console, so let's do that. Both of these pins right here are female, so they'll pretty much just go in as easily as you expect. So you just kind of put it in there. And there's also two red dots that line up together. There's a little red slot at the top right here. You put the little red dot of it, and you kind of just go in there, and I'll make the connection. Then the other part right here goes into, I think it's the top of the console right here. So here's the console, this is the top, this is your wire. And you're also going to do the same thing. Find the little red dot that's like above and just make the connection. There you go. And you'll have a little slide down. You slide it in, and now your monitor is hooked up to your console. The only thing left is to then hook up your power bank to the one that says DC power right here, which pretty much was open when I got it. You hook it up. It has a 3-pin. Plug it in, and then you're good to go. And then everything pretty much runs through this console with the menu and your adjustments. I'm just going to show you kind of just how the monitor looks when you hook it up, and then I'll replace this light with this light and show you the daylight and the tungsten feature, the dimmability, and then the turbo mode, and just kind of see how much more power you actually get. Essentially, just at the top right here, there is a power switch. You flip it on, and it takes a couple seconds to boot up. You'll see the menu start to come up, and then you could go from there. Once again, to kind of go through the modes, you just use this little dial right here, the one on the right side of the console, and then you could choose between normal, manual, and camera. So I hit normal, and that just brought me into what this is right here. Now your mode dial will go between all the settings and everything that you need. So it'll go through all the settings. You'll have the trimming, which is essentially what your dimness is going to be, and then you use the adjust dial to go up from there. Awesome, works easily fine. Then you go to your CT, which is right here, if you can see it, and that is your color temperature, obviously. You use the adjustment dial, and you could get your 3500, and then you could go all the way up to 5600, and as you see the light changing, I like it usually around like a nice 5200. It's a little bit cooler, but then you can also go to 6000 Kelvin. So you could go from there. Obviously changes the hue of the light. You go to the bottom if you want to get back to the main menu, click in the adjust, and it brings you back. Now there's also a manual setting, which I'm going to see what that is. So you could go from here. And right now, as you see, if you can see it right here, there is a percentage already put in for 3000 Kelvin. So that's why you're seeing a little bit of the bicolor mix right here, and I know it's a little overexposed. I'm gonna adjust it. So like once again, this is already has 83% Kelvin. So I'm gonna click into that, and I'm gonna dial that back so it's nothing. So that way you just get pure daylight. So that was, interestingly enough, already programmed there. And what I just figured out with this, once again looking at this, so if you use the manual mode, the second option, it's actually, you have control over just the two things itself. So you could choose if you have a bit of a mixture of daylight and tungsten. If not, you could just go as is. Right now there's 83% dimmed on the 6000, or more, you're a little above daylight, and then you could just dial that back, and you see this is off at this point. But if I want to have more of this on, you go right here, that is 100%. You know, it's pretty strong. There's a camera feature. Let's hit adjust. And this one is essentially your dimming. So you're just getting a dim. So you have it set to whichever one. Go into the manual mode, have it set to however you like. For me, I basically just use a lot of daylight. That's what this Kino look right here is. And then you just have your dim. But then there's even this turbo mode down at the bottom. I don't know if this camera's picking out. Hopefully it is. You click that in. It just upped the brightness a lot. And you get a minute timer on this thing right here. As you can kind of hopefully see, it's counting down. And I'm feeling more of the temperature coming off right here. So I'm going to stop it if you can. And you have a cool down second. I hit mode to stop it if you want to do that. And then you have a cool down of about 160 seconds. Now, I'm not 100% sure where turbo would come in place for me. I don't necessarily need something like that. But if you're in a really, really dark environment, you're trying to get a specific look with a continuous light, you have the Anton Bauer battery on there. You're portable in the field. So I'm going to let this go, and then we're going to see what this does after this. So right now I got my Kino Flow bulbs on. Once again, it's not an LED. I don't have a direct comparison to an LED, but this is what it looks like here. These bulbs are 5600 Kelvin, pure daylight. I really love the color that Kino Flow gives off. But so I'm just going to move around a little bit. I'm going to reference my monitor. You can see how nice the light is and how it reflects on the skin tone. The color is very, very accurate. The indexing is very good for these type of bulbs. So this light right here, this BlackBezt light, is going to have a lot to hold up to. So I'm going to switch these out. I'm going to show you the daylight first, and then I'm going to show you what the tungsten looks like. So let's give a little bit of a switch. So it's dark right now. I must add that the Kino Flow I want to have is a 4-bulb fixture that can go between 2 and 4 bulbs. So I was on 4 bulbs with that, and that gives full capacity with something like that. I can't dim that. So I'm going to turn this on right here. On the power switch, I'm going to go into the normal feature. Or you know what? I'm going to go into the manual feature. Click it in. Let's start with the, let's go with 3200. So let's bring that up. Wow, that's 23%. Wow, this LED light is super bright. This is 100% tungsten right here. Oh my gosh, this LED light is super bright. This is 50%. So I'd use something if you wanted something, especially in the background. Like this is a beautiful background type of light. If you want to simulate, it's going to try and focus on my face, unfortunately. But if you wanted something with a nice background, daylight look coming in, Venetian blind effect, that's it right there. Going into that. Wow, look at that blue. That is gorgeous. That's 30%. That's 50% right here. Let's go to 100. So I must say this light, I'm blind as heck. I must say that this light is putting out a lot of output, and it's not using a lot of draw. It's only a 100-watt light too, so you're not going too crazy. So maybe something like this would be a nice little fill right here. Nice little, even a main light. I mean, you can use this pretty much whatever you want, as long as you light the background as well. Like for example, if I wanted to bring up the background, lower this to, you know, somewhat of a reasonable setting, I mean, this looks pretty good, and this is only at 20% on the light right here. So this thing is really interesting, and it looks, the picture just looks really sharp. Now I'm gonna try the turbo mode right here. I'm gonna bring up the dim right here. I'm gonna go to the turbo mode and see what this does when I click this in. So let's turbo it out. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it, time out. I'm legit seeing stars, but if you need extra light, that's it. I think the light is actually very, very accurate. You get a lot of bang out of the buck. Even at a 20% dim, and especially in a smaller, more controlled type of environment, like once again, this is the only light lighting me, it's at 23% right now. So you get a lot out of this. You know, $680, $700, something like that. Maybe it's a little bit more. Once again, the softbox comes in and helps diffuse the light. I'm gonna hook it up right here, but this is it right here. So I'm gonna put this on, do an outro. I know this is a longer video, but this light is interesting, but very, very simple to use, and it's portable. This is it right here installed. This is now diffused. As you see, the shadows are a little bit softer. Like I said, this is actually a very good light. I'm very blown away by it. A lot of stuff that I usually get asked to do or meh is just meh, but this is a very cool light. I highly recommend it. I know it's a lot of money, but with a lot of good LED lights and a lot of good, you know, just continuous fluorescent bulb type lights as well. It costs a little bit of money because the quality is there. This is very lightweight. It gives off very minimal heat. You can feel it a little bit compared to more to an LED, but then you're getting a lot out of this as well. This is it diffused right here. This is the same percentage that I just had, but now that if I take the diffusion off, you'll see a little bit of a difference. As you see right here, it's way more, a little bit more overexposed than you want it to. So all this combo is said, I'll link it down below and you can check it out from there. Not affiliate links, just you know, if you want to look at it, check it out, go for it. Once again, I know it's a lot of coin, but it seems very much worth it. Would I look into something like this? Actually, possibly. I've been looking more into LED panel type lights, but we could go from there. It's had to be a little bit overexposed, but check out the BlackBezt P120DT light, so that way you have control over both. But if you want daylight or tungsten specific, they're a little bit cheaper, I believe. The turbo mode, I don't really think it's a necessity for that matter, and I don't really think you're paying for it. But if you need a burst of light to really create something dramatic on a background or to create some special effect, it can apply to something like that. But let me know, is this something like this interesting or is it meh? Thanks for sticking with this long video. I don't know, do you like longer videos like this where you really deep dive into a product, or do you want something a little bit more concise? Let me know down below. But pretty cool.